Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Pune police is my focus tonight. And their absolute and abject and pathetic lack of giving specific, coherent and consistent answers is my absolute concern and the nation's concern. Tonight my cameras are right where the Pune Police Commissioner is. As far as I've been told by my reporters, he's refusing to come live with me, and I don't understand why. Mr. Commissioner, the whole country wants answers from you, and so do I. It won't take you much time. All you need to do is find out where the Republic Camera Live is, outside where you are, walk across and answer my questions. In the meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, I will express my concerns to you tonight. Number one, when I confronted the Pune Police Commissioner a few nights ago, he told me that there was a 3 to 4 hour gap, ladies and gentlemen, from the accident to the first blood test. Today at a press conference, the same Pune Police Commissioner said that the blood sample was given around 11 a.m. when the accident happens around 3 or a little before that, which means suddenly that gap becomes a 9-hour gap. Is there nothing called consistency? That is my first point tonight, viewers, and I don't know why such an obvious fact is not understood by the Pune Police Commissioner. My second point tonight, please. Ladies and gentlemen, my second point tonight is about the 16+ hour gap between the accused blood samples, ladies and gentlemen, between the time he's taken into custody and the second blood test. I just cannot, I am yet to, ladies and gentlemen, fathom why a second blood test was taken after 16 hours. Is it normal in a case of drunk driving and drunk driving leading to a killing to allow such a long passage of time between taking blood tests? Is it possible that this pizza party, which the police is denying, and the delay in the blood tests were all part of a larger plot and internal conspiracy to orchestrate a cover-up and deniability from the word go? Point number 2, ladies and gentlemen, the Pune police told me that a second blood test was required to prove the DNA of the killer. Why was it required 16 hours after taking a drunken killer into custody to prove the DNA? What DNA match did they require to corroborate whether the killer was drunk or not? Point number 3 tonight is this latest theory about the driver being behind the wheels. Like in the Salman Khan case, suddenly out of the blue, suddenly out of nowhere, to possibly protect an influential person, a driver emerges. Now let's give in for a moment and ask, if the driver was behind the wheels of the 2 crore Porsche car, why was the driver not taken into custody on that day? Why was the driver not named in the FIR? Why was the driver not seen in the eyewitness videos? Why was the driver not spoken about till day 5 and 6 of the case? This is all bizarre and all seeming much too predictable. Number 4, isn't it strange that for a Pune police, which is claiming to be doing everything dutifully, going on about its investigation, to not be recording proper witness statements? To not be recording eyewitness statements? To not be recording proper 164 statements of eyewitnesses who have seen the killer, the Super Brat, super rich killer? Is it that there is a motivated lapse being brushed under the carpet? Number 5, is this sudden entry of the buddies who are apparently also in the car? There was a third person in the car. Was this third from the buddy of the super rich super killer also drunk? Does he also belong to an influential family? Has he been taken into custody? Has he been grilled? Or have his super rich parents sent him out of the country? Is it strange that despite multiple press conferences, there is no word till today, which is day 6, that there was a third person in the car? And finally, ladies and gentlemen, my view is that the Pune police cannot just push away my cameras or pin the blame on some low-ranking officer and take the moral high ground on this one. This is a case in which the Pune police is exposing itself as the story is unfolding. This absolute and dirty rot within the system, this collusion and this convenient passing off of blame from the rich killer to the driver, from the high-ranking political interference to blaming the low-ranking officer, from the clear-cut evidence on the blood samples to hoping that it will all go away and the playing down on the need for a blood report at all. These, ladies and gentlemen, these are the convenient scripts we have seen in the media through time, and I am far too experienced to be taken by them. But the Pune police should know this network is not going to let go. This is the only network which is the voice of the people. And we are the only network from politicians, police, bureaucrats, the super rich. We are taking on everyone till justice is done, in absolute terms. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll quickly go through the headlines tonight. Massive Republic impact. 2 Pune policemen of the Yerada police station have been suspended. They were both on duty on the day of the Porsche murder. New questions now emerge. Did these 2 policemen meet the mafia grandpa's politician friend Sunil Tingre? We'll take the package. Suspended Pune policeman Rahul Jagdale totally confronted by the Republic Media Network. Pushes, look at that policeman frustrated because this network has totally exposed him. Look at that. That is the behavior of the policeman. Refuses to respond to questions about the delay in the blood report. Manhandling of our reporters. The entire country is tonight supporting only and only the Republic Media Network. This man then locks himself up in a room for 15 minutes and then runs away. The Pune police is neck deep in big trouble. They cannot hide from the Republic Media Network. Why was politician Sunil Tingre allowed inside the police station? The Pune Police Commissioner has no answers. Why were 2 blood samples taken at conspicuous time limits? Where is the blood report? How does the mafia-linked grandfather know what the driver's statement to the police was? Who tampered with the CCTV? And finally, is there an operation cover-up which is being carried out by the Pune police? Big, massive lead on the Republic Media Network about the super rich, super brat murder investigation. The Republic Media Network has learned that critical CCTV footage was tampered with. Ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of the Pune Porsche murder case is a massive and clear cover-up in which the role of the Pune police is coming under very strong scrutiny. Before I continue, I just want to say one thing, viewers. Classic case in which the police deliberately botches up to help the accused. That's my sense of the story. The Pune Police Commissioner appears keen to somehow clear the role of the police and save his own job. And in the process, he has unfortunately tied himself up in knots. At every stage of our investigation, we find a terrible so-called investigation and a follow-through by the Pune police. Was the Pune police working overtime to protect the super rich, super brat? Because of the ongoing elections, are they being protected to avoid political embarrassment at the moment? Is the Pune police, having initially been part of a deliberate botch-up of the investigation, trying to cover up its tracks? And because of the leeway that the police gave the super rich, super brat and his gangster mafia-linked grandfather in their initial response, are the accused going to be allowed to get away? Multiple facts, ongoing investigation. Let's debate.
In the footage immediately after the Porsche ran over and killed Ashwini and Anish, their bodies lie lifeless, bleeding a few meters from the 2 crore car.
गाड़ी वाला आगे खत्म आगे वाला देख
And the eyewitnesses have caught and are beating the Agarwal family super brat.
रुक
Watch this footage again, a bit closer, and you see the culprit identified is the Agarwal family Super Brat. Drunk and fresh with 2 murders on his hands.
ये तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं किस तरह से विशाल अग्रवाल को
Now watch how hard the Pune police protects the Super Brat's father from the media. It's as if they will go all out to provide Z category security to the super rich killer's family to make sure we in the media can't ask them questions.
Were you aware that your son was consuming alcohol? You gave the keys of your car. You gave the keys of your car.
Watch now how the same police ensures complete protection for the mafia-linked grandpa of the killer Super Brat. Again, to ensure no media can question him. Is it because the police has worked hard to turn the investigation into a joke?
आपके छोटा राजन के साथ क्या संबंध है? छोटा राजन के साथ क्या संबंध है?
The police commissioner has in 36 hours changed his version on something as basic as when they collected the blood report. Speaking to Arnab day before, he said the sample was collected 3 to 4 hours after the killing, which means it was collected latest by 6:30 a.m. Today he changes that to 9.5 hours by 11 a.m. Enough time for the alcohol to substantially leave the bloodstream and change the test results. Watch.
Is how much was the gap between the two samples?
See, first sample was collected at one hospital, the second sample was collected at the second
After how much
hospital.
time?
Let me complete.
Sir, answer my question, sir. After how much time, sir?
The DNA sample had to be taken. There was a gap of around 3 to 4 hours.
So within
both
3
the
to 4
samples.
hours, you don't think that the alcohol can leave the bloodstream significantly?
It can.
Then why do we allow it to
Obviously
happen?
it can,
Mr. Kumar, Mr. Kumar, please answer my questions.
फर्स्ट ब्लड सॅम्पलसाठी अंदाजन 9चे सुमारास त्यांना ससून हॉस्पिटल गुन्हा करीब 8 वाजून काही मिनिटांनी दाखल झाला होता. त्याचे नंतर त्यांना ससून हॉस्पिटलला पाठवण्यात आली. 11चे सुमारास त्यांची फर्स्ट ब्लड सॅम्पल झाली होती ससून हॉस्पिटलला. सेकंड ब्लड सॅम्पल दुसरा एक हॉस्पिटलला घेण्यात आली होती. ती संध्याकाळीचे कालात घेण्यात आली होती. त्यामध्ये बेसिकली DNA सॅम्पलिंगचे विषयासाठी घेण्यात आली होती.
संध्याकाळी किती वाजता टाइम अंदाज
7 ते 8 वाजेच्या सुमारास.
Protected by the police, this man, the Chota Rajan linked builder grandpa, S.K. Agarwal, is turning defiant. He's trying to pin the entire blame on the driver. Seen here also being similarly protected by the Pune police. Like in the Salman Khan hit and run case, this one too is becoming one of an influential accused, pinning the blame on the driver.
आप ड्राइवर से आपकी स्टेटमेंट जो पड़ी अंडर कैमरा उसने कहा कि वो चला रहा था. वो जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगा कोर्ट में जाएगा तो ये सब चीजें बाहर आएंगी. ये लड़का चला रहा था या ड्राइवर चला रहा था. अगर ड्राइवर चला रहा था तो पूरे अभी क्या होता है कि कई चीजों का कुछ पता नहीं है ना आपको पता है ना मुझे पता है ना. मैं तो दिल्ली में था मैं तो यहाँ था ही नहीं.
अच्छा.
अब ये सब चीजें स्टेटमेंटों से पता. अब मुझे जो पता लगा था कि इनिशियली ड्राइवर ने अंडर कैमरा पुलिस के सामने कहा कि ही वॉज ड्राइविंग. अभी वो कहता है कि आई वॉज नॉट ड्राइविंग.
But try as they might, the police and the accused family can't hide the truth. Republic has a witness on record talking about how the killer Super Brat of the Agarwal family tried to bribe eyewitnesses with cash after the murder. However, we are not certain that this eyewitness has been asked to give a statement under section 164 which can nail the Super Brat killer.
सरळ जाऊन त्यांनी ना गाडी उडवली. आम्ही जसं बघितलं की वरती वाऱ्यात मुलगी हवेत उडाल्यानंतर ती खाली कोसळली ना तर आम्ही तिथपर्यंत पोहोचलो मुलीचे आणि त्या मुलाचे. ऑलरेडी ते रक्त चाललं होतं. आम्ही तिथं पोहोचतो ते दोघांना खूप मारायचं चालू केलं. मग आम्ही जाऊन तिथे गेलो ना मारण्याच्या जागेवर, तर ते लोक म्हणत होते की आम्हाला मारू नका, तुम्हाला किती पैसा पाहिजे आम्ही द्यायला तयार आहे.
The Pune police commissioner, who has tied himself up in knots, has also been unable to explain why he gave a second blood sample. He says it was for a DNA angle. What he doesn't explain is why he thinks the DNA of the first sample would not match the accused when it was taken in the presence of the police. As outrage grows and the police completely on the defensive, the father of the victim asks the questions now every Indian also does.
सुना जा रहा है कि ड्राइवर चला रहा था. भाई ड्राइवर चला रहा था तो भैया वहाँ से उसमें से गाड़ी में से ड्राइवर भी तो उतरना चाहिए ना, कि ड्राइवर गाड़ी के अंदर ही बैठा रहेगा, बाकी लोग जाओ, तुम लोग दारू पी के आओ, जब तक मैं ड्राइवर हूँ मैं तो जा नहीं सकता. तो हाँ, तो डैश के जब डैश हुआ, शायद फुटेज में वो उसकी पिटाई हुई, तो ड्राइवर कहाँ था. भाई ये सब इंक्वायरी तो पुलिस को करनी है ना.
Meanwhile, there are reports of the CCTV from critical areas where the CCTV could have captured the exact moment of the accident going missing. This CCTV is the last shot of one of the victims on their scooter seconds before being killed. It's surprising that none of the questions the Republic is asking appear to be on the mind of the Pune police. Or rather, they're busy building a case that will help the super rich killer go scot-free.
Satish Costa, father of Ashwini Costa, one of the victims in this case, is with us tonight. Satish ji, आपने देखा होगा वहाँ पे, you may have seen, वहाँ पे इस बार पुलिस की जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन है उसमें कई खामियां पाई गई हैं, और इसके कारण जो ये फैमिली, अग्रवाल फैमिली, इनको भी कॉन्फिडेंस ज़्यादा मिल रहा है. और एक फैमिली के जो ग्रैंडफादर है इसके अग्रवाल, वो कह रहे हैं कि मेरा पोता तो गाड़ी चला ही नहीं रहा था, कोई दूसरा ड्राइवर चला रहा था. आपको इस पर क्या कहना है कोस्टा जी? सतीश जी,
अब ये तो क्या है, कानून को गुमराह करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, सीधा सीधा. अरे जब गाड़ी ड्राइवर चला रहा था तो पहले ही बोल देते हैं. अब 6-7 दिन बाद बोल रहे हैं गाड़ी ड्राइवर चला रहा था, तो ड्राइवर देखना भी तो चाहिए, कहीं एक जगह तो दिखना चाहिए. कहीं तो ड्राइवर दिख नहीं रहा है. ये क्या भूत बन के चला रहा था क्या, कि जो अदृश्य रहता है हमें हर जगह?
बिल्कुल अश्विनी जी, वहाँ पे जो फुटेज जो है उसमें तो उसमें सीधा झूठ बोला जा रहा है, और जो फुटेज है वहाँ पे देखा
कोई नहीं देखा है, ड्राइवर नाम का कुछ नहीं देखा.
तो ये ड्राइवर एंगल जो लगाई जा रही है वो सलमान खान केस जैसी है, जिसमें बोला गया था कि सलमान खान गाड़ी नहीं चला रहा था. आपको याद होगा वो केस था, और फिर ड्राइवर पर सब कुछ रखा गया.
हाँ,
है ना? उसी टाइप का केस लग रहा है. मतलब
मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि ड्राइवर तो हाँ, उसी ट्रैक पर चल रहा है, उसी ट्रैक पर.
मगर इस बार उनको
इतने दिन बाद ये लगता है वो उनका वकील भी, ये वकीली पॉइंट है, ये सब वकीली पॉइंट है, कैसा बोल देना.
हाँ, और मुझे लग रहा है सतीश जी कि ये केस ऐसा है कि उनको लगता है कि
एक्सक्यूज मी, मैं सतीश नहीं,
सुरेश जी, सो सॉरी सुरेश जी,
सतीश नहीं,
सुरेश जी, आई एम सो सॉरी. सुरेश जी, मैं कह रहा हूँ ये ऐसा केस मुझे लग रहा है, जिस तरह से पूरे केस को हैंडल किया जा रहा है, कि कहीं हाई लेवल पुलिस की भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट है इसमें. नहीं तो एक बड़ा नेता पुलिस स्टेशन पहुंच जाता है, इस ट्रेजेडी के बाद इन्फ्लुएंस करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. अभी तक ब्लड रिपोर्ट तक नहीं आए हैं, उस लड़के के ब्लड रिपोर्ट के रिजल्ट तक पब्लिक नहीं किए गए.
तो अब ये सोचने वाली बात है, यानी मन में खुद शंकाएं पैदा करते हैं, फिर बोलते हैं पब्लिक लॉ एंड ऑर्डर है और वो की स्थिति पैदा हो रही है. अरे खुद लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की स्थिति पैदा कर रहे हैं, लोग सड़कों पर उतर रही है, ये देखिए, इस फुटेज में देखिए मेरी बेटी किस तरीके से वो पड़ी हुई है, उसको कोई देखने वाला नहीं, उसको कोई उठाने वाला नहीं। क्या क्या कर रही है पुलिस वहां बैठ के, यानी पब्लिक उसको पीट रही है।
सुरेश जी, क्या आपको अभी तक पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट भी मिली है?
नहीं, मेरे को बता, जब मैं पोस्टमार्टम मतलब अपनी बेटी को लेने गया था तो बोले वो एक सवा महीने बाद मिलेगी, तो मैंने कहा ठीक है।
मतलब एक तरह
उसमें ओनली इतना एक लाइन लिखी हुई थी कि मतलब इंजरी के चोट के कारण मौत हुई है।
जी सुरेश जी, इस पर मैं बस एक ही बात कहूंगा, क्योंकि आपको मैं इस पर जो पूरी डिबेट बहस होने वाली है हमारे प्रोग्राम पर, आपको मैं तकलीफ नहीं देना चाहता। आप चाहें तो ज़रूर रह सकते हैं, मगर मैं आपको एक तरह से आश्वासन देना चाहता हूँ, अश्योरेंस दे रहा हूँ। मेरी पूरी टीम लगी हुई है और पूरी तरह से एक एक बारीक चीज़ों पर हमारी नज़र है, और जब तक इसमें जस्टिस नहीं होगा, मैं इस केस को पर्सनली आपको कह रहा हूँ, व्यक्तिगत तौर से मैं छोड़ने वाला नहीं हूँ। और आपको पुणे पुलिस आपको क्या सवाल पूछ रही है, इसके बारे में जरा बताएंगे हमें कुछ? पुलिस ने आपको कांटेक्ट किया है?
पुलिस मेरे से कभी कोई सवाल नहीं पूछी।
कुछ नहीं?
नहीं, कभी नहीं, कभी नहीं।
अश्विनी जी, मैं अब इस बात को, इस पर डिबेट शुरू करता हूं, और आप अगर रहना चाहेंगे प्लीज़ रहिए, ताकि आप भी अगर डिबेट में कुछ कहना चाहे अच्छा ही होगा। मगर मैं अभी इस पे डिबेट शुरू करता हूं, और मैं केस को पूरी तहकीकात हमारी पूरी टीम कर रही है। रिजवान सिद्दीकी इज विद अस टुनाइट, वेल नोन क्रिमिनल लॉयर सतीश मानेशिंडे विद अस, वेल सेड। Ashutosh, thank you Satish. Ashutosh Srivastava, lawyer for the Agarwal family and PK chair. Satish Manishinde, how are you viewing this case? I mean, let me get your first comments so far. I've got many inconsistencies that are coming out, obvious questions, some common sense that I'm applying here. How are you viewing it overall?
I have already made a comment on this, that right from the inception, the case has been tampered with. The investigations have been botched up, and the fact that the boy was picked up at 2:30 from the spot where he committed the accident, his blood test was belatedly taken. And, I do not know under what circumstances somebody else comes to claim that he was driving the car, because public which was at the spot which picked up the driver beat him up so mercilessly, which is seen not only on CCTV but on videos also. He tells us that the police entertained the local MLA. He went there at the police station at about 3 o'clock. Subsequently, it appears that he has tampered with the entire investigation in the case. So this is one of the cases which Home Minister of Maharashtra to land in the Commissioner's office the very next day to over investigations, obviously because he was not satisfied at the police station or even the police, because if you see the footage of the meeting which took place in the Commissioner's office, the officer is sitting in the chair of the police commissioner and addressing the media after the meeting, which obviously tells us that the entire police machinery in Pune was at the wrong end.
I think some very pertinent points from your side. I would like to go a little specific on each, please. We have on the other side Ashutosh Srivastava, who is the lawyer for the family. Ashutosh is coming back on the debate a consecutive night, and PK Jain. Now, it's quite clear, you see the footage there, Ashutosh, the person being beaten up, what Satish was referring to, by the eyewitnesses, is this fellow, this Agarwal family boy. It is not any driver. Secondly, why did the Agarwal family let their grandson be charged in the case during the initial bail order if he was not driving the car at all? Does the Agarwal family think that the people of the country are fools, that they can't see who the eyewitnesses have caught? Suhail, please have a look at the pictures here that Satish refers to. The person in the footage, in the middle of the screen, please, I can be removed for a bit, is this Agarwal family boy. If the driver was driving the car, there would be the driver visible somewhere. The driver is not visible anywhere.
See, first of all, the FIR was not registered by the Agarwal family. It was registered by the informant who came, who went to the police station, and he registered the FIR. Now, if you say that the driver was not visible driving the car, at the same time, I have also seen all the videos. I couldn't see that this boy was also driving the car. This boy can be seen being beaten up by the people there. Yes, this boy is being beaten up. Yes, the police firstly took it in such a way that he was only driving the car, and he has been arrested also.
Ashutosh, Sohail is responding to you. I got your point. I got your point. Sohail is responding to you in common man terms. Satish wants to respond in legal terms. Sohail, before you come in, I'll let Satish give a small intervention legally. I'm coming to you after that. Satish.
The accident took place at 2:30 in the morning. The FIR is registered at 8:13. What was the police station doing from 2:30 a.m. to 8:13? Because the bodies of the victims were picked up and taken to the hospital within 5 minutes. And by 3 o'clock, they were pronounced dead. From 3 o'clock till 8:13, the police knew that a fatal accident had taken place. And the fact that the person who was picked up as the driver of the car was in their custody in the police station. He was reeking of alcohol. He drank alcohol worth 69,000 rupees in 3 hours' time. So I can't understand how a common police officer in a police station would register an offence only at 8:13. And why was the blood test taken?
Also very public case out here. Very public. The
events of the accident.
Yeah, very public case. I'll get Sohail's initial response. Sohail.
You know, Ashutosh, you may be a lawyer, but you have no right to mock people's intelligence. You may be defending these Agarwal scoundrels, but this does not give you the right to blatantly make us believe that what you're saying is the gospel truth. Let me give you some more legal arguments in addition to what Satish has said. A, it takes more than 6 hours for the police to file the FIR.
Yeah.
Number one, why does it take them that long? Because that's the time that they need for bargaining, for negotiating, and for getting bribed. Number two, why is the father on the run? If the father is aware that the driver was driving, why should the father be running from the police? He went from city to city until he was caught. He changed cars. If the driver was driving, he needn't have run away. He ran away, which is apparent. Number three, how shameless is your client to actually have no remorse, to actually believe that he can get away with murder, no pun intended, and still mock both the intelligence and the justice system of this country. That should shame you if nothing else. I know you have a job to do and you may be doing it very well, but how tragic is that kind of a job where you are forced to turn turtle? Again, no pun intended, on a crime that your client has committed, zero remorse. You put a poor man, because you have been able to bribe that poor chap, you've been able to incentivize him with money, and then tell him कि आप सबको बोलो कि मैंने गाड़ी चलाई थी, driver ने गाड़ी चलाई थी.
No, this beats all logic. I don't know. One minute. Ashutosh.
1 minute. Yes, let me answer certain questions which have been asked to me.
1 minute, Ashutosh, 1 minute. The police commissioner should be sacked. If Fadnavis has any courage, he should sack the police commissioner.
I think so too.
Don't say suspend the police.
I think the police commissioner should be sacked.
No.
In this country, when whales fight,
I'll put that question to the test of the people.
The two normal, low-level cops have been suspended.
The question arises then why the child has been arrested, then why the father has been arrested if the police was doing nothing? See, there has to be clarity on that.
1 minute. I'm opening up to calls. I have to take calls. This network, I'm sorry. We are besieged with calls. Right now, it is 100 phone lines waiting. There are thousands and thousands of people queued up on the Republic exchanges. I have to take the first caller, Colonel Siddharth from Ahmedabad. Colonel, if you can please respond with your views. Thank you.
Hi, Arnab, good evening and good evening to everybody. I have a very simple question, and I am not asking this question from a political or any other point of view. I am asking this as a soldier.
Sir.
Are you people worth defending? The moment you turn the switch of a television on, go to any channel any day, there is news of rape, there is news of drunken driving, there is news of every type of scam, money laundering, this and that. Are you people really worth it? Should we be, as soldiers, any citizen of India, be doing the right thing and, looking after the nation in whatever capacity they can? Are you people really worth it?
I can hear.
I don't feel so.
Yeah, I hear the straightforward anger in your voice, Colonel Siddharth, and I completely understand it. I feel the same way too. But I will not take it that far as you say, because I believe there's a fight we can fight together in this case, Colonel Siddharth, like everyone else. My questions tonight is that if the driver was driving, then why did the police slap section 304 of IPC against the accused? I mean, do they think we are stupid? If the driver was driving, then why is there CCTV footage? Where is the CCTV footage proving that he was behind the wheel? If the driver was driving, then why was Vishal Agarwal running away? If the driver was driving, then why did Vishal Agarwal and his grandfather SK Agarwal call a politician from the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP for help, who went 3 hours at 5 or 6 in the morning, landed up at the police station? If the driver was driving, then PK Jain, why were the biospecimens of this boy collected and not that of the driver? You've got this poor driver. I can see the pictures there. Visuals tell the story. I'd want to run his pictures, please, on the screen. He's looking scared. You know something? If you see the pictures, not yet, the driver getting out of the car. Do we have that shot? He's getting out of the car. He wants to talk to the media. He's being covered from all sides by the Pune police. The Pune police is doing everything possible to make sure that the driver does not speak to reporters. Because the Pune police knows the moment Republic questions the driver, everything will come out. That there is an attempt to fix him. PK Jain, what do you think? PK.
See, I don't know, Arnab, whether anybody has heard the police commissioner's today's press conference. He has very categorically stated that they have collected the footage right from the residence of the accused to the crime scene. And everywhere the boy was driving the car, it was not the driver. Secondly, yesterday the driver's statement was recorded. He has also stated that he was not driving the car. And in fact, he handed over the keys of the car to the accused on the insistence of the accused father. So there's nowhere, it is only a defense taken by the defense advocate and the relatives of the accused who are saying that the driver was driving the car. He was not driving at all. I mean, that's an absolute fact.
No, first of all, I want to know, how does the grandfather know, the person who is linked to Chota Rajan, how does he know what the driver has told in camera to the police? Has he got an informer in the police? Because the grandfather tells us. You see my report. The grandfather says that I will tell you that on camera the driver is saying that he was driving. This will come out when the matters go to court, which means somebody in the Pune police is telling the grandfather that don't worry, we have got the driver to make the admission. Maybe this admission happened on Sunday, and now there is too much pressure.
Let us presume even if the driver says so, will he be believed?
No, question is not whether he will be believed. The question is, was someone in the police trying to fix the case? My question is, I go back to Satish Manishinde on this. See, in this country, and I want Rizwan also, in this country, if the police decides to fix a case, then you can't blame the judiciary for not coming to the appropriate conclusion. You fix the case before it goes for trial. You fix the entire evidence. Satish Manishinde, what do you think?
If you look at what has happened right from the inception, it did not need 6 hours to register the FIR. It did not need time to produce the delinquent child before the Juvenile Justice Board. It did not require the blood test to be taken at such a delayed response. So if all these three things had been done properly, I don't think there would have been any problem. It is only because of the press like you that the case has been exposed, and the police commissioner had made a statement on the first day that he would suspend the entire police station if it comes to his knowledge that the police did not behave properly or they had conducted
I want to run the pictures today of my reporter being manhandled by the police. You know, I am telling you, we have been fighting the system in such a way. Can I run those pictures, please? They were in the headline sequence. You see, everybody, Satish, is very irritated with Republic. They are happy with Republic as long as we are doing political debates. The moment we do an investigation like this, you know, it's back to the kind of fight we had with Parambir Singh and what is this Chota Rajan type fellow who was his flunky, Sachin Vasi. You look at the pictures here. Yeah, you see these pictures here, you know. Look at my reporter asking the question. This man is now being sacked. This policeman comes forth, and look at him getting so irritated with my reporter. He's lost his job, but I want the Pune Police Commissioner to take culpability for this. I want the Pune Police Commissioner to face action right now. We cannot at this point explain why the Pune Police Commissioner has allowed, look at that attack. The Pune Police Commissioner has allowed the evidence to be manipulated and has had a press conference about it. Rizwan, he doesn't tell me, is there a urine sample collected? The best way, the quickest way to find out if you have alcohol in your bloodstream is a urine sample. You do a blood test 9 hours later. What result will that blood test show, Rizwan? You tell me, you tell Ashutosh, we would like to hear from you, you're all lawyers.
So, am I audible?
Yes, you are, yes, you are.
So, see, I have a different take to the whole thing. I'm looking at each angle, the investigative journalism, the inaction of the police, the negligence, willful negligence, let me add, willful negligence on the part of the police. The police are not doing what they were supposed to do and instead doing what they're not supposed to do. I will not defend the actions of the police. But I have a little different take to the whole thing. As an officer of the court, as an advocate, a fair trial is something that everybody should get. And in this entire episode, what I see is that the grandfather, in an old FIR, which is a 2009 FIR, I don't think he's been convicted in that FIR. I do not know whether he really has any relations with the underworld. I really don't know. I do not know whether there is any conviction order. But we are linking that episode to this episode, yes, and putting two and two together,
yes,
and bringing out a case. This is called trial by media.
No, so Rizwan, I got your point. Rizwan, listen, I would not have done so had it not been for the conduct of the grandfather in this case. Now, in this specific case, let me tell you, the grandfather, immediately after he knows that his grandson has killed 2 people on the wheels of a 2.5 crore Porsche car driving at 200 kilometers per hour at 2:30 in the morning. What does the grandfather do? Satish Manishinde, the grandfather calls his politician friend, tells his politician friend, go to the police station, help my grandson get out of the case. The politician goes, sits in the police station for hours trying to fix the case, possibly delays, influences the local police, delays the blood report. The blood report goes at 11 o'clock in the morning. Blood alcohol will be washed out by then. By then, this whole driver theory, everything is sorted out. So morning, he must have called the grandfather and said, don't worry, Mr. Agarwal, I have fixed everything. Now, my question is, the first thing is, Satish, that grandfather should have been arrested at that moment because he has tried to influence the investigation. And that man is at large right now. He is a very powerful man. He's a rich man. He has political connections. He will influence the investigation if nobody else does. Satish Manishinde, what do you think?
I have already said earlier, and which I repeat just now, that the MLA made a statement that he went to the police station,
yes,
because an accident took place in his local jurisdiction where he is an MLA. The first thing that the MLA should have done was gone to see the condition of the victims in the accident,
yeah,
and not sit in the police station to, yeah, tamper with it. Apart, yeah, from that, whether he spoke to the grandfather or no, I personally do not know. But what the police must do immediately is confiscate the telephone of that MLA, investigate whom all he spoke to, and find out how, in what manner he has tampered with the evidence.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that the MLA's phone should be confiscated, the telephone instruments of the inspectors and the police constables who are present at the police station should also be examined to find out who all spoke to them during the 6 hours when they took time to register the FIR.
No, the father, Mr. Vishal Agarwal is his name, Satish. He apparently has a phone that was registered on the 19th of May. And it is a it's not a smartphone. So it's quite clear that that man has hidden his phone, concealed the evidence, cleaned up the evidence, destroyed evidence, because he does not want to know which politicians he was dialing to help his son. So that is concealment of evidence. Father should continue to be arrested. Grandfather should be arrested out here. Driver should be allowed to speak to the media. PK Jain, you're seeing all of this coming up?
The special purpose challenge.
See, it is a question of confiscation of the accused mobile phone, yes. The drivers, yes. The MLAs, yes, could be. But the grandfather and all who made a call to the MLA, I mean, saying that they influenced, he only sought help. The MLA went there
sought
to help. So the MLA's phone should be
but
checked.
then why did no. This same thing, the police commissioner knows. Why is the police commissioner coming on my show and saying, Arnab, a public representative has every right to do his duty at any point of time in the night? He's not coming to do his duty. He's coming as a broker of a businessman.
That's right. He came to the police station.
He's coming as a broker for the businessman.
And now you see
Sohail is countering. Sohail, yeah, Sohail, go on.
I'm amazed that the former Director General of Police has this obtuse logic to offer. How many times do the stingrays of the world actually come out and help people? Forget in the middle of the night.
N number of times, Mr. Seth, you are aware of it. N number of times they come.
Mr. Policeman.
Caller.
The politicians come to the police stations day in and day out. There's nothing new.
Okay, caller, Ujwal from Kolkata, please. Ujwal, hi.
These stingrays are absolute scoundrels. They should be arrested also.
This specific individual you mean? I'm clarifying that. Don't make general comments on individuals. This is one person called S.K. Agarwal and his grandson. This is one individual who is called Tingray, who is the MLA. So since you are generalizing it, I'm just clarifying, lest anyone misunderstand. Sohail, we have callers here.
No, I'm saying Tingray. I'm not saying Ungray. I'm saying Tingray.
Yeah,
but I keep saying Tingray till the cows come home.
No, you can keep saying Tingray. I am only saying here that this is the Tingray who is the MLA who you are referring to. The MLA in question.
We are talking about Sunil Tingray. We are not talking about Rajshekhar Tingray, who I don't even know exists.
No, Sunil Tingray. Sunil Tingray, you're right. Sunil Tingray, you're right. Srikanth from Bengaluru. Srikanth.
Hi, Arnab. Good evening.
Hi. How are you doing, Srikanth? Yeah, what do you think?
I'm great. Arnab, at the outset, I must say I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you, Srikanth.
And, this is really shocking in terms of understanding what is going on in Pune about this brat.
Yeah.
What I just wanted to convey is that there are multiple elements in this case. One is obviously the lack of any conscious effort from the Pune police. The I'd also add is the fact that I think when the blood sample has been, collected by Sassoon Hospital, you understand, I think it's about more than 10 hours, and I'm kind of really, I really can't fathom to understand and realize why the Sassoon Hospital also has not released yet the blood report.
I don't know.
I don't know which of the private hospitals the other sample has gone to.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is one. The second thing is, I think, India certainly needs a lot of correction in our police system because there needs to be a complete rundown on the administration of police and the way police work and function and deliver service to the public.
Yeah.
I think it should be maybe drawn on similar lines like how the army has a discipline. At least, I'm 57 years old and I've never heard or seen any such instance with the armed forces. You never have,
No, I think. See, there are good police officers, bad police officers. I have experienced quite a few. But Srikanth, the moot point is what worries me. Can I tell you, Srikanth? In this case, they went too far to protect the accused by the Juvenile Justice Board head giving the opportunity to write a 300-word essay. So the news went viral. The news went public. But Srikanth, so many cases like this would have been covered up in other parts of the country as just a road accident, an accident, you can get away with it kind of thing. Nobody would have followed it through.
You actually have also aired those programs.
Yes.
Those two instances of murders, two ladies in Hubli getting murdered, by their supposed boyfriends and all that.
Yes.
Now, where is the element of police? I don't feel safe here in India, honestly I'm saying. I don't feel safe.
Yeah, so Srikant, I'll take a response from Srikant, Satish Manishinde. Satish, I want to broad base a question to you. Many people thinking that, say, you see, the rich people can hire big and expensive lawyers. Right? Not everybody can afford to have a Satish Manishinde on their side. Okay?
You could have.
No. My point is, Satish, on a very serious note, what happens to the victim's family? Who fights for them in the court?
First of all, you should know that 50% of my work is pro bono work for the victims and the people who have suffered in a crime or in a court. And that apart, I'm sure there are a large number of lawyers like Hari Salve and others doing pro bono work.
True.
But many of them do not have access to these lawyers because they don't know how to get to them. So we have a legal aid committee in the High Court and all other courts. So most of the lawyers who practice in the court are registered on the legal aid panel. So this kind of information should be spread so that victims normally, who, particularly in this case, the MLA has gone to the rescue of the victims. Instead of that, he goes to the rescue of the accused. So obviously, you know where the bread is buttered. And apart from all this, what I'm trying to say is, the Juvenile Justice Board asked the gentleman or the boy to write an essay of 300 words. You could remember that in the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court, a judge had made a remark which was very unfortunate, and the Supreme Court intervened. And I'm sure in a case like this, the High Court or the Supreme Court will interfere to see the working of the Juvenile Justice Board and the way they conducted themselves on that particular day. Because this is a matter where a person who was accused of having driven at 160 kilometers per hour after drunk alcohol worth 69,000 rupees with his friends should have been let off. He should have been put in the remand home. He should have been observation. He should have been tempered with. He should have been psychologically treated, and then
I personally, Satish, I am really upset that the person who gave that judgment is still sitting on top of the Juvenile Justice Board. He should also be sacked, and if he can't be sacked because he's a judicial figure, then he should have quit from moral responsibility. Archana from Pune, my last caller tonight. Archana, hi. Archana?
Hello.
Hi, Archana. Hi.
Hi. Thanks Arnab for covering this.
Thank you.
I would just like to say, if media wasn't there, it would be lying in dust by now. Agarwal's have a piece of time, and each and every member needs to be scrutinized. Find out about the elder son. Many more secrets will come out.
Okay.
And one of my main thing is the CCTV of the police checked. What exactly happened inside the police station? I'm sure this will also appear in thin.
Well, thank you for the leads. We are going to track this, Archana. And, I'm going to thank everyone at this stage. And the way I see it, I just want to say one thing tonight, which I'm reiterating again and again and again. Viewers, the media is an equal and significant institution in this country. There are too many generalizations made of the media. You've seen the number of people calling tonight and saying that but for the media, the truth in this case would have never come out. And I want this to be a moment of reflection for their lordships, for whom I have the highest respect also. I think the courts also make too many sweeping generalizations about the media. We work in the interest of the people. We are the voice of the people. We amplify their concerns, and we do so selflessly. We take significant personal and professional risk for it as well. The least that the media deserves is that overstatement against the media. Everyone should stop doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole week has been an expose of this case by the media. And I can assure you, this is only the start of our investigation. Till then, my advice to the Pune Police Commissioner is to put in his papers, to quit or face action.